Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Monday to this point. My name is Andrea, and welcome to Geeky Girls Journal. Um, for those of you that are new here, please feel free to subscribe to this channel, share this out with a friend, make sure you like this video. And I know I'm giving you a lot, but this is very important to YouTube. So engage. That's what I really love. Make sure you come in, engage, and get comfortable. If you'd like to come in and say where you're from, that's acceptable. So feel free to do that. And if you're a subscriber, you already know what to do. You already know what to do. Come in, relax, engage. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for spending so much of your time with me, especially these past 2 weeks, because we've been hitting these lives and I'm grateful for. Hey, Miss B, how are you today? Good to see you in here. Good to see you. And you all working and listening. All right, great. This is a topic today that um, I don't even know. I have to think about how I'm going to tread it because this topic is one that's going to be that can get emotional. Um, I'm just going to have to pray and ask the Lord to help me with this because I wanted to do another topic earlier. Hey, Bud Files, how you doing? Great to see you. Beatrice, you're new here. Oh, no, you're not. I love watching you from Kenya. You're from Kenya? That is awesome. That's why I like it when you all tell me where you're from because I didn't. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you for coming in from Kenya. Thank you for watching me as well. But you guys, I had a whole nother topic lined up for today, but after watching a particular video, this person shall remain nameless during this conversation. Hey, Mr. Steve, how you doing? Checking in, peace and blessings. So the topic I wanted to do, and I'm still gonna do it. Maybe I'll do it in the upload. So I'll let you all know about that in a little bit. But I wanted to talk about this because it's a conversation that I think really needs to be had. And it's a conversation that's been ongoing for years and years. And I'm sure it's a topic of conversation with women. I don't know how common this conversation is for men, but men, join on into this as well. Thank you, Mr. Steve. Make this go. You saying hi to Miss V, and thank you for reminding everybody to put the notifications on, click that bell, put the thumbs up, all that good stuff. Hey, Joshua. So I'm gonna get right into this topic because I think you all can join in on this one. It won't just be me over here talking. It's gonna be a collaborative effort. You all know how I like that. So this is what I wanted to talk about today: domestic violence. Why am I talking about that? Hi, Jess. How are you? Let me know if you're new here. And if you're not, let me know where you're from so I can see how you're doing. If not, welcome in. Come on in here. So as I was saying earlier, I had a different topic in line, but for some reason this is just pressing on me, so I know I have to talk about it. I'm just praying that I remain calm while I'm having this conversation and that you know, God leads my words because I don't ever want to be out of line or out of pocket when I'm talking about issues as sensitive as this one that I'm going to talk about. So I wanted to talk about this because, as I said before, I saw a video surfacing. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, social media, on YouTube, on the news perhaps, but I'm not going to say this person's name because the way that I feel at this moment, I have my thoughts about that. And I don't think it's wise for me to share at this moment what my feelings are right now. I let me start before I even start this conversation. DV is very serious for me. Very serious. I'm telling you, Miss V. I have personally never experienced it. However, I know people that have, and even if I didn't know people personally that had experienced this, I saw that video and all I can say is I'm disgusted. That's probably the best way for me to say it without saying too much, is that I'm disgusted My heart goes out to that young lady that this happened to. And all I could think about was, hey, Cherry, hey, how you doing? I see you. Thank you for entering the building, Josh. And I want you all to chime in on this if you feel comfortable enough. If not, I'm just going to be up here like trying to work my way around this. But that's a very serious issue. Um, I just can't believe what I saw. I can't believe what I saw. It's not the first time it's happened. It's not probably not going to be the end of things um, happening, if we want to use that for an example. And let me see what Beatrice said. Domestic violence makes young girls fear marriage. That's a very good point. Very good point, and one that definitely should be shared. If you can't live someone, let them be. Yes, yes. Why be the woman? I agree. And especially what happened. Hey, Cherry, hey, I'm going to tell you, Beatrice, thank you for coming in. Thank you for feeling comfortable enough to say that. That's why did he hit a woman. I saw the video. Okay, you can say his name. I just said his name, but you're not going to hear me say it any other time on this video unless I make a mistake and say it while I'm reading the comments like I just did. But um, it's no reason. First of all, can we just acknowledge that a woman, and I know some people may not agree with the way I say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. And you can decipher this, and you can, you know, if it fits what your belief is, then it does. If it doesn't, I'm quite all right with that. But a woman is the weaker vessel. Am I saying that a woman is weak? No. I believe that women are very strong. I'm a woman. I happen to be a strong woman. I am surrounded by strong women. However, we all know that some men have this natural ability where they've been given strength. And a lot of times women, we don't have that same type of strength. Okay, and I'm talking about physically. Now, we can lift weights, we can do all those things because I see some very strong women, and I'm talking about strength as far as like physically, their physique. But what up, though, fam? Hey, Mr. Act Now or Never, how you doing? How are you doing today? I never hit women. I respect all male and female, and that's how it should be, Joshua. What's wrong with people just respecting each other? Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Because guess what? You're going to meet your match one day. Somebody's going to hit the wrong person. That's all I'm going to say. Somebody's going to hit the wrong person. Hey, Edna's World. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I see you. So, Edna's World, we're talking about this video that I'm sure you've probably seen. Hey, Cherry, hey, it's a video circulating about this person that harmed another individual in 2016. And I don't know, it got to me. I'll tell you that. So this person ran out of I'm saying they ran out of their hotel room, ran down the hallway with an object wrapped around their body. And I'm looking at this person like they had one hand holding this object and to remain covered. I'll just say to cover themselves. But they came down the hallway and it proceeded to kick, to hit, and to try to remember the order. I may not be saying the proper order, you guys, but you can go and look at it. Just Google that person's name. Just Google this conversation we're having, and you can probably read between the lines, but just Google what Joshua said, the person's name. Google that name, and you're going to see all type of things come up. I'm not the expert in this case, so I really don't want to say things that can come back to bite me, but what I will say is that, in my opinion, things like that should never happen to another individual. And that's why I said this is a conversation that every woman needs to hear. And then as I was doing, I looked up a couple stats right before I got on here. It wasn't really telling me what I wanted, so I probably have to ask a couple more questions. But I Googled how many women suffer from domestic abuse. And what I really wanted to know is like a breakdown year by year. I didn't get that. I probably have to be more detailed, but I didn't have the time to do it. Yeah, I will do it if you all want me to. I'm good on my way to Vegas for a day trip in my little cousin. Oh, good. Tell your cousin congratulations. Congratulations and have a good trip to Vegas. That's awesome. Thank you. That's awesome. You have fun. Have a good time. I'm sorry. I'm so caught up in thinking about this video I saw that I didn't see your comment. You need to do a podcast. Okay, maybe somebody deleted it. Nightbot deleted a message? What night? Who told Nightbot to delete the message? Too easy. Stop posting links. Warning, Beatrice. It was timed out by Nightbot for 5 seconds. Okay, Beatrice, you're gonna come back. Just hold out. Hold it. You need to do a podcast on this. You can invite a guy and give us their side of the story. Why are men always be? I would like to. You know what? I would love to have a guy come on and give us a perspective from a male's point of view. And you know, we have guys right here in the chat, so guys, feel free to tap in. I don't believe that every guy, let me just say this and make sure it's clear when I say, I don't believe that every guy would do harm to a woman, right? Like I said, I'm surrounded by lots of guys, lots of family. I have men in my life that are strong men, and I've not known of them to ever lay a hand on a woman. I've never known them to lay a hand on a woman. In fact, if you're a guy and you feel like you want to place a hand on a woman, I believe you should turn around and walk the other direction. Turn around and walk the other direction, because you're going to do something that you're going to regret. Why lay your hands on somebody? And it can go in different directions, because sometimes I've seen it where a man hit a woman and then she came right on the back and socked them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know many women that are not going to attempt to fight back, the ones that I know. But also, not every fight is going to be won. And I just think it's an unfair advantage for a lot of men. If you think it's okay to place your hand on a woman like that, or no, this video, I need to talk about just this video specifically, because then you'll know what I'm talking about. So, okay. As far as I can see, I know he definitely kicked her, right? He hit her and then dragged her body down the hallway. And then after he dragged her body down the hallway, I didn't see the set. I saw the first, I don't know if it was the first video that was put out, but the first video that I saw on it, I didn't see that there was something else done afterwards. The end of it was him dragging her down the hallway. So after I saw him dragging her down the hallway, I thought that was the end of it, until I saw another video yesterday. I don't know if it was an extension that was released, or you know how the media, like, people get different parts of the clips and they just release what they release. So this one was a little bit longer, where I saw all of that happen, the hitting, the kicking, and then the drag. And then I saw this person sitting at the end of the hallway, or what appeared to be the end of the hallway, in a seat, and they were throwing things. And I'm just like, I don't believe that. So you didn't get enough the first time? Like, and also, you all tell me if I'm wrong, but how was it that okay, I know this happened in a public place. So my first question is, if you're bold enough to do that in a public place, what do you do behind closed doors to people? What are you doing behind closed doors? That's the first thing. Second thing, the hotel. People knew that this happened the year that it happened, because that's, first of all, it happened on the hotel. It happened in the hotel. So they had the tape. Somebody knew there, or somebody's knew, and they didn't release it. Like, nobody, what happened? Did they get paid off not to talk? Or did they give it to the police and the police didn't talk? Because now they're saying they can't prosecute, because I guess it's, beyond that point where they could do it, because this is now 2024. This happened in 2016. So, I don't know. I just feel like, so you release it now. And I also wonder about her parents. I'm going to take a different perspective. I wonder about her parents, because I'm a parent. And if I would have seen my child, something like that happening to my child, I just wonder what her dad thinks, and what her dad, how he feels right now. I wonder how her husband now feels. What does he feel? And I saw that he had, somebody's thumbnail or title said that it was the husband responding. I didn't get a chance to look at that, but I wonder, I'm going to look at that later. So I wonder how he feels about it. And I know that was her past. He doesn't have anything to do with that, but I wonder, how he feels when he sees all of this kind of unraveling. I wonder how that person's, the person that shall remain nameless, I wonder how his family feels. And then I saw right before I got on here where he was apologizing. And you all, what do you think about that? He apologized. And I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I believe that we are to forgive others. I do believe that forgiveness is necessary. It's for you. It's for you. So I'm not sure if she has forgiven him or not. I don't know. I have not had that conversation with her. Um, I did hear earlier on a radio station here that I was listening to where one of the people said that they were very close to her. And without saying their name, they were just saying that, all those years that she was with the particular person. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? That all those years that she was with this particular person, that, like I said, I will not speak of, all these years that she was with him, they would see her, they were interacting with her, they'd be at like functions with her, that they were very close. They're still close, I think he said. But they never knew that this was happening. And I don't know, y'all, talk to me. How do you allow somebody to, because I would assume that I'm assuming that this wasn't the first time or maybe not the only time. I would think that they looked a little comfortable doing it, so it's probably happened before. So if it has happened before, but I don't know. I, Help me out, you all. I'm going to look at these comments while you all, let me know if you want to talk or not before I continue. Let me see. Are you back, Beatrice? Did Nightbot let you back in? I think I said hi to Tamika, Edna. Hi, Lynn. How you doing? Glad to see you in the building. Hello, everyone in the chat. I've been in a domestic violence relationship, and all I can say is thank you, Heavenly Father, for getting me out alive. I'm so thankful that you got out alive. Hey, Cherry, hey, because we would not even be able to interact with you if, you weren't. And that's the thing, you guys. I mean, I talk about loving yourself here all the time, and I, I don't know. I'm really just trying to choose my words wisely during this time. I gotta be honest with you. I'm trying to choose my words wisely. I know, Lisa. That tear that speaks volumes. That's how I felt when I saw the video. I was just like, man, I cannot believe that. Like, I was disgusted. That was the first word that came to mind. Disgusted. That's a lie. Because unsolved mysteries get dug up and solved all the time. I know. I just say earlier he dragged and beat. Yep, he did. He did. But of course, folks were paid off. That's what I think. I think it was a lot of money being exchanged. I don't know the amount. Of course, nobody's going to disclose that right now. But I'm like, what happened? Because I think I heard, okay, I'm going to just tell you. I was listening to like the videos and I was trying to, in my mind, just figure out solutions. And as far as I know, they started dating in 2008. It was 2008, I believe. And then this happened in 2016. So that's a huge gap. 2008 to 2016. So that happened in 2016. What happened? And I know I was not a part of their relationship and it's not even my business, but between 2008 and 2016, I know it had to be some other things happening in that time space because that's a long time span. And then in 2019, I think is when they said they broke up. And then now this is 2024. So all those years it took to release that tape in 2024. And it was making sense to me, the reason why it was kind of a quick payoff and a go away, like hush hush type deal, because if that was happening, you probably don't want any more of that information out. Probably don't want any more of that information out. So I agree with that. Serena, hi. I hope I said your name right. You look like the female version of Snoop Dogg. Okay, that's your opinion. Thank you. And ain't no hate. Okay, female version of Snoop Dogg. I've been told that I have a narrow face and that I look like a deer. So, okay. It's really difficult to have everyone know what you've been living through and hiding from the world to protect someone who you foolishly think loves you. I spent years protecting my ex. Thank you for sharing that, Jess. That's going to be very helpful to others who come in. And I can understand what you're saying, um, my heart goes out to you. I'm glad that you were able to get out of it. And I know that that's what it is a lot of times. You know, you spend your time, not you specifically, people, women, men, because I was looking and said men also um, are domestic, you know, that they have some domestic violence encounters as well. And I don't know. I know it's I'm sure that there is difficulty because I know not you or not anybody in this chat that's sharing anything, but there is, I'm sure, a fear. There has to be a fear because why else would you allow somebody else to do that? It has to be a fear. It's probably, you know, is this person going to try to find me? I don't know. I mean, I can't make things up to say what you're thinking. I'm just thinking what I would think. Maybe I'm fearful of this person. Maybe I think they're going to do something to my loved ones because I know a lot of people say, you know, have said that in the past that they say they're going to do something to their loved ones or they're going to hunt you down or whatever the case may be. So I'm sure that it's pretty difficult to live through that just someone you foolishly think. And if you think that they love you and maybe that's how you think love should be expressed, I don't know. I just want you all to walk away from this conversation just knowing that you are worth more than that. Like you are so worth more than that. If you feel like somebody is doing harm to you, no matter if you think they love you or not, right? Because our thoughts and our feelings can be fleeting. One minute you think somebody loves you, the next you don't know, the next they don't even know if they do or not. And it's just sometimes it's a whole ball of emotions. But I'm telling you, if somebody is doing harm to you and somebody is doing, and it can be emotional, it can be physical, if they're doing that, they don't love you. You don't need them in your life because if that's love, you don't need to know what that type of love is. Like that movie, What's Love Got to Do with It with Tina Turner? What's love got to do with it? Love has nothing to do with it. You don't love me if you're putting your hands on me. You don't love me if you're calling me all types of things that I will not repeat on here. You couldn't. How can you love me? Let me tell you something. Let's think about it this way. If you had a best friend and you saw your best friend in situations like abusive situations and somebody was just we'll use that situation. Somebody was doing something along that line to your best friend. Would you tell your friend to stay or would you tell your friend to leave? Now, some of you may just even jump in and help concoct the plan and be like, hey, we're going to do this, that. Boom, boom, we getting out of here. I'm going to help you do that. We're going to do this. And you might just set it up, right? You're going to set the whole thing up and you're figuring out a way for your friend to exit their relationship. So what I think is this. If you would do that to a friend or a family member, somebody that you love, let's just say somebody that you love, if you would help somebody that you love out of a situation like that, then you have to love yourself enough to say, okay, I got to get out of the situation. And I know it's not easy. I guess it's not easy, but it has to be something that you can think of. You know, think about the things that God says about you, right? Because if you think about things that God says about you, that you are loved, you are his beloved, you are the head and not the tail. So what's the head mean? The head means you are above, that you are first. You're not going to be you are the head. I'm the head, right? And I'm not the tail. I am, man, I almost want to pull up. What did I do in my list of things I wrote down? Because I need to repeat it. I don't know if this is the book I had it in. I don't think it is. But I would love to repeat those things that I wrote down. I know I'm not going to find it because I have 500 books. Let me see. Because there are so many things that God thinks about you. So many things that God thinks about you. Let me see where you are. I know it's not in here. Oh, man. It makes me want to go get my, I should go get my my journal that I wrote in. Let me go get my journal real quick and see if it's there. Hold on 1 second, you guys. know what? Let me just bring. I'm just bringing it all. That way I won't miss anything. Let me scroll down and see what you all are saying. Then I can go back up. Oh, I missed a lot. My family has stood up for me when I was in the situation, but ultimately it was my decision, and I'm grateful. You are right about that. It is your decision. Hello, I bring it. How are you? Hey, Kelly, you were in the building. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to tell her to get gone from that wicked individual. Yep. See, that's what you would tell your friend, right? Get out of there. Get out as fast as you can. Don't look back. And I might be like, look, what we going to do? Because I'm going to help you out. I'm helping you out this situation. Um, this is what I wrote for myself. I'm going to share that with you all later. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God, but I'm looking for the they're like affirmations I wrote that I wanted to. I said I was gonna put them on the community tab. My nose is itching so bad, so excuse me if you all see me doing that. It's because I have really bad allergies, and I did not take my allergy medication because I don't like to take it. I only take it if I have to. And I know the paper when I see it. I just have to find it. Man. And it sounds like this that I probably won't find it. Hey, little munchkin. No, I know I'm not going to find it. Well, anyway, while I'm looking, yeah, I want you to think about those things that God thinks about you, because if you thought about the things that God thought about you, you would know. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Yeah, Kevin, so we're just talking about um, loving yourself through situations. And I use this example about the person on the video that was released, I think it was in the last week. So in the last week, and domestic violence. That's what we're talking about, basically domestic violence and how it affects. I'm looking at the stats right now. This is from 2020. I don't know if I like that one, but it said nearly 20 people are physically abused by an intimate partner each minute. Each minute, that's a lot in the United States. This adds up to more than 10 million women. 10 million women and men experiencing domestic violence each year. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men have experienced severe physical violence by an intimate partner during their lifetime. That's a lot. That's a lot. Every other minute, that's a whole lot. Over 1 in 3 women, 35.6%, and 1 in 4 men in the U.S. have experienced rape, physical violence, and/or stalking by an intimate partner in their lifetime. That's from National Domestic Violence Hotline, and I have a number that I might as well share it right now so I don't forget. And we will continue this conversation, but I want to share it now so I don't forget. If anybody here, or if you're here and you know somebody who is experiencing domestic violence, please get them this number. It's the National Domestic Violence Hotline. They can call 800-799-7233. So they can call 800-799. Can I put that in the chat? I don't know how to write in the chat on this thing, you all. I don't know if I can do it. No. They can call 800-799-7233 or text BEGIN in capital letters BEGIN to 88788. Why do I give you this number? Because there might be somebody who is here that may need to call that number right now, or there is somebody that knows somebody else that might need that number or might need to text. And I'm not here to judge anybody. I just want to be a tool that can be helpful to somebody else. So please, if you're experiencing anything of that nature, if you feel uncomfortable in the relationship you're in, don't be afraid to call that number. It can save your life. It can save somebody else's life. And I don't know. After, like I said, seeing that video, it just stirred up something else in me today. And I was thinking about some ways that you all could love yourself a little bit better. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about if you're going through, any type of domestic violence situation, Start setting some boundaries. I think that was the first thing I can think of. Not the first thing, it's really the second, but the second thing is going to be the important thing, I tell you. So you can set some boundaries. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. Um, no is okay. It's always all right to say no. That's a very powerful word. It's one word. You don't have to go into detail. No. No means no. Okay. If that person is doing something and you feel like you're offended by what they're doing, by what they're saying, if you're uncomfortable, do not be afraid to speak out, right? Tell them what your feelings are. This could, and I'm not a domestic violence expert. That's my disclaimer. I am not. That's why I gave everybody the number. These are just my thoughts. Some ways that I think you can handle the situation. And there are more. There are more. I'm just going to say two. The second one, the most important one to me, is I say, connect with the Father, connect with your Creator. And as I say here, it's a lot of people here that will be listening that may not call them your Father, that may not say that's the Creator, but whatever you call them, I've heard universe, I say God, that's who it is for me. Um, connect connect so that that person can show you and give you a very clear understanding of who you are. And I believe once you find out who you are, and once you can get a clear picture of who God says you are, then you're no longer going to allow that person to hit you like that. You're no longer going to accept them speaking to you in a negative way verbally. You're no longer going to accept those punches, those kicks, being hit with an object. You're not going to accept being dragged down a hallway. You're not going to accept any of those things. Why? Because it's unacceptable. And nobody is allowed to touch you. Nobody is allowed to put their hands on you unless, I don't want to say unless you allow it to happen, because that's not completely accurate, right? That's not completely accurate, because there are people that will still touch you and that will still do things to you even though you don't approve of it. And that's being very invasive. I can think of some other words for that. But all in all, if you feel like you're being victimized, get out of that situation. Do not stay. Um, this is a difficult topic to try to navigate, because I understand that, some people are going to say, hey, Andrea, I don't have the financial means to be able to get out the situation. That's a tough one, because that person may be the provider. That person may be the one who pays the bills, and you might be living a nice, comfy life, but are you happy? Are you being abused? Are you getting what payment are you receiving on the other end? Isn't your mental health and your, you know, all of that more important, your self-care more important than saying, this person handles this financially, and if I leave, I will no longer have this. Well, your health is more important, right? Your mental stability is more important. Your life is more important. Hey, Shan Tymer, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Yes, all those things are more important than just sticking around. And like I said before, if you think that that person loves you and you think that's love, I'm here to tell you it is not. A person that loves you is going to look out for your best interests. They are going to try to protect you. They're going to try to make sure that you have what you need. They're going to try to provide for you. They're going to, I lost connection, and I think we're back. They're going to try to do everything within their means to make you happy. Now, I'm not saying that person's going to be perfect, because they're not. You aren't. But that person is not going to do harm to you. That person is not going to do harm to you without, Jess says, sadly, many of us are intentionally isolated from our family and friends, so it is easier to control someone that way. That is a very good point. See, that's why I'm so glad that we're having this conversation. It's really a difficult situation. It is a very difficult situation. Hey, Cherry. Hey, and I wanted to come on and talk about it. Oh, my nose is really itching, you all. I really wanted to come on and talk about it, to bring light to the situation, but also I don't have all the answers. Like I just don't have all the answers. I can tell you all day what my opinions are, and they'll be just that. They'll be my opinions. Now, I can tell you, like I said, what I saw in that video, my eyes were not deceiving me. The first time I was like, okay, am I too sleepy? Did I see something wrong? Because I watched it really, really like early in the morning, like 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's why I decided to watch it again. And then I saw it again. And then I was just like, I felt the same way. All three, I felt the same every time I saw it. And then I felt worse. Then I saw this apology, this half baked apology. And I'm not even sure that this person apologized to that person. I mean, maybe they did it in private and that's their own business. But I'm hoping that they apologized, that it was sincere, and that this person seeks help the same way that I would hope that if somebody is doing this to anybody who's ever experienced domestic violence, I would hope that they went and apologized to that person and that they are seeking help, because it's not right to put your hands on other people. It's not it's not right. It's not appropriate. And you know what? Just think about that person's family members. How does their family feel when they see your face now? Well, how do they feel when they see the other person, the victim's face? Don't worry about their face, the person who was victimizing. How do they feel now that they see their child, being harmed and violence? I just let me read your comments. As I said, I'm trying to remain as calm as possible during this live. Someone who loves you will not intentionally, physically, or emotionally abuse you, period. I recently moved out and I finally see everything clearly. It was not love. I'm so glad you experienced that, Jess. So glad you got to see the difference. You just have to be strong and willing to walk out. You got to be strong. And I mean, like, I guess if you don't feel like you're strong in any other situation, you must have some energy to get out of there and find some strength. Especially if you're a mother with children in that situation. If you can't find strength for yourself, you think about your children. Because I know it's a lot of times, like, you can do things because you look at your children. You know what? Like, children sometimes give you a whole nother perspective on things. Where you felt like you might have been weak in certain situations, and you look at them, you like, okay, I can do this because of them. I can do this because I want to live for them, or I can do this because I want to live for myself. More importantly, I want to live for myself, and I want to be the best parent for them that I can be. And I don't want them to have this as their example, because just know they can look at those things and think that's appropriate. And now you have these generational things happening where they think it's all right, or they saw something. And I'm not saying on all occasions, but sometimes they might think, okay, well, that happened to whomever. So, and that's just not the example you want to set for them. Again, my opinions. Um, Just said, yes, Cherry, especially if you have kids to care for. That has been my strength. Okay, so I was just saying that too. Thank you. Me and my sister planned my escape. It felt as if I was in a. Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh, oh my goodness. I was fine until I came on this live. Now my nose is like really, 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 really itching. And I don't want to like start blowing and doing all type of stuff while you all are on here. I'm just have to wait. But that would be me. That would be me here. If I were ever in a situation like that, I could see, if, because my sister is my best friend. Like, that's my girl. That is my homie. That's my roadie. I have two sisters, but this one that's like, that you all met before. I could see us planning something. The Great Escape. Remember that movie Enough? And what's that other one that Julia Roberts was in a long time ago, where um, she was married to a really, really wealthy guy. They lived on a beach. It's a beautiful house. Like, it had all these windows. That's all I can remember. It had like all those windows so you could just a nice view. And she had to get out of there too. I can't remember the name of the movie. It was a movie, but I mean, these things happen in real life. Yes, Sleeping with the Enemy. Thank you, Jess. Sleeping with the Enemy. And I remember watching that movie and thinking, man, that man is a cuckoo bird, right? And I was plotting then, just thinking, if I was ever in a situation, this is what I would do. And I know sometimes people say like it's easier said than done. I know, but I'm just telling you all, me, Andre, I was plotting. And this, I didn't even know anybody in this situation at the time. I was younger, but I was watching that movie and I was just like, you got to do this, you got to do that. I mean, I had a whole plan. In the morning, do this, do that, pack some bags. When he's doing this, I would be doing that and that. And, just the run. oh, I'll be ready, right? But I know sometimes, like, if you love that person and, it might go on and on and on, you might not even see, you might see little signs, you might be forgiven of those, the red flags that people call red flags. You might overlook them, you may even have family members who say, that's not right, because that family member is not as invested as you are in that person. They don't have to love them. They don't care about that person. They just want you to be okay. They love you, and they want things to go well for you, and they want everything to happen in your best interest. So they're not concerned about that person who's abusing you. They want you out of there, right? They want you out of there, and a lot of times they might be thinking they're doing other things. So my point is, they can come up with the best plan sometimes, right? And I, I would imagine that if it's somebody that you love and somebody that you've been with, and maybe if you were camouflaging things and, not letting others know about what was going on, it would be difficult to all of a sudden tell them. I can see that, like how difficult it would be telling somebody, but you would have to tell somebody, like tell somebody so you can get out of there. Do not sit around, do not wait, don't allow them to continue on with that behavior. Get out of there. Facts, Jess. When children are involved, it really makes it difficult. I'm so happy you got out, honey. Yes, so am I. Jess, you said I have two daughters. I have to teach them what not to tolerate. Yeah, Jess, absolutely right. Um, I'm happy for both of you. Both of you. I commend you two ladies, because that takes strength to get out of there. Whether you had to do it for yourself or for your children, you got out. So I'm grateful to know that it was a successful move. Because we do hear other stories where people leave and then other things happen. But I'm so glad that that's not the case for you, and you got out, and that you recognize that there was a problem and that you got out. So good for you. Good for you. That's strength. You are welcome. That's just strength. I'm telling you, I'm I mean, it's like one of those stories where, what is it, the villain, and you're like, man, and you're watching it. Let's just say if it was a movie and I'm watching this movie and I'm like, man, I want her to get out. Let's do this. We're rooting for you all. I'm rooting for you. I can't speak for everybody else. I'm rooting for you. If you ever in a situation like that, I am rooting for you. Get out of there. And I'm saying, even if you got to go somewhere that you don't want to be for a minute, just for a minute, until you can get back on your feet and until you can get things together, it's better than dealing with that. It's better than dealing with, something else happening. And I'm just glad that you all came in today and had this conversation with me, because I know it's going to help other women or other men. I mean, it's not just women, other men. What is the most common form of abuse? I wanted to see what it is for this year. How many women suffer domestic abuse? Let's say 2020. It's probably not going to have it for this year. Maybe last year, 2023. I'm just curious. Um, let's see. Oh, they have 2024. Yeah, I read that one already. About 20, okay, according to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, about 20 people per minute. And I'm looking up because I'm looking at my my desktop to get these stats. About 20 people per minute are physically abused. About 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner. 20 people per minute? 20 people per minute? That's a lot. That's too much. About 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men experience severe intimate partner physical violence, sexual violence, and/or partner stalking with injury, PTSD, contraction of STDs. And this is a 2024 World Population Review so far. And according to the law office of Louis J. Goodman, who Louis J. Goodman, I'm not sure exactly who that person is, but I want to read his stat. Approximately 29% of women in the United States are victims of domestic violence each year, which includes physical violence, stalking, dating abuse, or rape by an intimate partner. This amounts to more than 12 million women and men, with an average of 20 people becoming victims every minute. Okay, I just want you all to know these are not my stats. I'm reading them offline, so that's where I'm getting this information from. So if you're looking for, you can Google the same exact thing that I found. Here are some other domestic violence stats for 2024. Let me see how you all are doing. 47.3%. I don't know. I'm sharing this with you all because I don't want to just be on here babbling. I think it's best to have hard facts or have data at least so that you'll know just how many people experience this. I like data because when I see numbers, it's a different feel for me. So it says domestic violence stats for 2024. 47.3% of women and 44.2% of men have reported experiencing domestic violence in their lifetime. 93.1% of pregnant women experience intimate partner violence. 93.1%. Wow. And I've been pregnant. You all know it. I mean, I've been pregnant, and that's a high number. 93.1%. You're the bomb. I'm glad we're connected. Okay. Does anybody know if Beatrice was able to come back in here? Because I know Nightbot gave her a timeout when she was minding her business. I'll scroll, but let me also. Okay, so this is parallel to what we read before. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have experienced physical violence by an intimate partner. 48.8% of men and women have experienced at least one case of aggressive behavior from an intimate partner. These stats are high. 1 in 7 women and 1 in 25 men have been injured by an intimate partner. And this is the part. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men experience severe intimate partner physical violence, sexual violence, and/or partner stalking with injury, PTSD, contraction of STDs, etc. That's what we just read. So, this is very important. Let me read this part real quick, and then I'm gonna read your comments because I love the fact that you all are participating. The COVID-19 pandemic has increased violence, not decreased. And perhaps that's because people were closed in, indoors. Let me finish reading this statement. The COVID-19 pandemic has increased violence against women and girls, and 7 in 10 women say they think that verbal or physical abuse by a partner has become more common. 7 in 10 women say they think that verbal or physical abuse by a partner has become more common. What do you all think about those stats? Let me know. I know what I think. Let me know what you all think about it. Okay, what did Jess say? Okay, I read that part about Jess already. Okay, everybody's saying hello right there. All right, let me go all the way to the bottom because that's the part I probably missed. Oh, you didn't see her? Hey, Cherry, hey. I don't even know how to bring her back in on this thing. See, that's why I should have been on my laptop. But this was real convenient. It would increase because it's no family life and folks don't truly know how to live with each other. I know, like, I heard, I watched like a lot of videos and documentaries and stuff like that, and I don't watch the news like I should, but I probably should increase that as well. But the documentaries, the videos that I watched, it said the same thing like about the pandemic, because I read that stat before about it increasing, and like I said, the conclusion I came up with is basically what Hey Cherry Hay said. People don't know how to live with each other, right? Or their expectations of that person were different, and then if you put some people in an environment with other people for a whole 24 hours, like where they have no release and they're not able to exit, they're not able to get that me time, you may be surprised at how they react, even if it's somebody that they love. Like, I'm tired of you, I mean, it's a sad thing to talk about, but I think that's what the pandemic did. Now, the pandemic, I thought, had some positive effects for me. Like, it gave me more time to be able to, spend with my kids because everything was virtual. Most things were virtual, like their schooling was virtual. So I was able to really spend that time with them and nurture them the way that I wanted to and give them more guidance and talk about them and teach them more life skills like this, talk to them about different issues they were going through. So that isolation for us ended up being a positive thing in many factors. Also, people here had cabin fever and we were just like, oh, we just got to get out. So we were just going little rides and stuff like that just to get out the house. But some people, for people who didn't do that, they didn't, for the people who didn't allow themselves to just go out for a walk or just go for a drive and they were cramped in the house all day long, like I said, different people react differently, and that could be a contributing factor to why there was an increase in violence. You know, maybe they're just like, they found out things about their partner that they didn't like or that they were just tired of, and it just finally came to a head. And that is no means an excuse for violence. Still no reason for somebody to put their hands on somebody else. If you don't like that person, get out of there. What? Why you standing? Get out. Go about your business. And it may be that you just don't like that. It might not be that you don't like that person. It may just be that you're just tired of being cooped up in the house with them. So get out of there. Go walk. Right? I said that I use a speed bag or a boxing bag when I get frustrated or when I get upset. Go do something like that. Do some physical activity. Go run. You can do plenty of different things. Go read a book. Go listen to some calming music. Go listen to a podcast. Go listen to a sermon. How about that? Go listen to a sermon where you're getting fed, where something is being poured into you, and now you can walk away and be like, okay, I can't do this. I see the bright end I see the bright light at the end of the tunnel. Or I'm maybe I'm just tripping. Like, people might just be like, hey, maybe I'm just in here tripping. Like, hey, Cherry Hey just said, too busy ripping and running. Yep, too busy ripping and running. Says the aggressor had fewer alternative outlets. Yep, that's right, Jess. That's probably part of it too. I agree. I looked at the pandemic as a way for families to reconnect. That's how I saw it too, hey, Cherry Hey. I mean, I saw it as a way to reconnect, but that's us. We saw it as a way to reconnect, right? Unfortunately, some people didn't. Maybe they didn't like what they saw when they were at home. Again, no reason for anybody to put their hands on anybody. A lot of wickedness had to come to a halt. hmm I would increase, because it's no family life. Folks don't truly know how to live with each other. Okay, that's what you said. I didn't see her. Thank you. Okay, I'm caught up, I think. Yeah. So we're 52 minutes in. Anything else you all want to add? If I could add something else, I would just say, like I said, treat yourself the way that you would want to treat a family member if they were ever in that situation. That's the best thing I can come up with right now. You would not want to see somebody that you love hurt. You would not. Because like I said, when I watched that video, I instantly thought about her family. I thought about her family. I wasn't even thinking about the perpetrator. I wasn't thinking about the person who did. I was thinking about her family. What's her father feel? What's her mom feel when they see that? What's her husband now feel? What do her children feel? She has kids. I don't know if she has kids or not. I'm just saying, not just her, but anybody else that was in a situation like that. How would I feel if I were her best friend, and like if she came to me and told me things? And I don't know if she had these conversations or if anybody has conversations like that with their friends that's in a situation like that. But I would think, how would my friend feel? So if you all know somebody in this situation, please pass this number on. I'll give it again before we close out. I see you, Lynn. Yes, abuse is real. I've been there. See, it's too common. And I see how common it is looking at these statistics. Very common. Very common. I knew the stats were high, but I definitely didn't know the stat 93.1% of pregnant women experience intimate partner violence. And I don't know what exactly they mean by intimate partner violence. I can assume, but I don't know what the breakdown, like what they're including in intimate partner violence. Are they saying like if a person does not want to be intimate, are they being mishandled, or are they being verbally abused? Are they being forced to do something that they don't want to do? And again, I can just speculate because I don't know what they've included. I'm just reading the stats. Um, Love yourself. Accepting the ugly truth about people you love can break your heart, but you will be happier in the long run and healthier. I agree. You'll be happier, healthier, and you can be on with something else, right? On to a new start and a new life. I love myself first and will never be in a situation like that again. We live and we learn. Yes, and that's the thing too. You can share your story with others like you have, and that's also helpful. And I know sometimes they say experience is the best teacher, but I believe when you hear stories from other people, other women, when they're going through situations like this, other men, if they're in situations like that, that's also helpful because Now, like you said, when I was watching these shows when I was younger, I was thinking of a plan, like, would I do this, would I do that? But also, what I probably was thinking as well is, I don't want to ever be in a situation like that. And I know you can't predict the future. I know you cannot. But maybe, if you're prepared, if you have resources, if you have tools, if you have loved ones that, are just like your ride or die, right? Somebody you can go to no matter what. I have those in my life. So if you have somebody, no matter what, that you can go to that you feel comfortable with, that can save your life. If you have this telephone number and you feel comfortable enough to reach out because you don't want to talk to anybody else. You might not want to share that. I mean, that's something that's intimate. It's something that's scary, something that's frightening, but if you're ashamed, if you're embarrassed to tell others because this is the love of your life, then now at least you have this resource. You can call this number. If you don't want to call them, you can chat. I saw where you can chat. You can go on the website, or you can text. You can text BEGIN, BEGIN, to 88788. Hey, Jamia. Hey, Jamia. Hey, how you doing? And I see somebody else that came in. Latoya. Did Latoya come in and I missed it? Yeah, you sure did. Hey, Latoya. Hey, hello, everyone. I know all about being abused, but my goodness. What were the stats? Like, you women are so strong in here. Oh my gosh. Y'all are so strong. You know why I say that? And I'm not just saying that to say it because I'm on this video. I'm not. I'm saying it because you make up the percentage. You make up a fraction of this percentage that I'm reading, these statistics. And it's mind blowing or not. I'm just saying it's mind blowing to me because my heart goes out to you all. It does. For those of you that survived, thank God I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. And I know she's talking about something else in that song, but you are a survivor. You hear me? Y'all are survivors. I won't call your names out because I don't know if you want me to do that. But I'm just gonna say you're a survivor. You're the 1 in 3 women that's experienced physical violence by somebody, or you're the, let's see, 47.3% of women and 44.2% of men that have reported experiences domestic violence in their lifetime, that have reported experiencing domestic violence in their lifetime. That's you. You are those numbers. You make up a percentage, a portion of that amount. And I commend you. I commend you for being brave enough to say, that was me. I went through this and I got out of it. You did that just now. You gave somebody else hope. You gave somebody hope that is listening to this right now that does not have the courage to say it. And you know what? It's okay if they don't, because in time, things like that will be healed, and maybe perhaps they'll want to share their story later. But I'm just saying, you four, let me think, 1, 2, 3, you four that I know of right now have stood up and said, it happened to me. Thank God I'm here. Thank God I made it. Thank God you made it. You're a survivor. You all make me want to sing that song, but y'all don't want me to do it because I can't sing it the way they can. I might have to leave that to that group. I won't say their name either. But oh my goodness. Oh, thank you for putting that in there. Hey, Cherry. Hey, y'all. See, that's why y'all my co-hosts, because y'all be on it. And Jamie Boo is in here. Jamie Boo, somebody got timed out by Nightbot. I don't know if she was able to come back. And, I don't know how to do it on here. So I'm just glad you're here, Jamie, just in case. So I got a couple minutes left if you all. So thank you, Hey Cherry, hey, for sharing that. That's important. You all are the bomb. I'm telling you, thank God. Thank God y'all made it. Get y'all. I see all these hand claps in here and the hearts. BRB Jamie. Okay, you'll be right back. Hey Cherry, hey with the amen. Oh, y'all, you deserve all of that. All of that. All the hand claps. Get your hand clap. 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 That's for you all. That's for you. That is for you. Thank you, Hey Cherry, hey. You're welcome. Amen. Amen. I'm so glad y'all made it out. Because that can't be an easy situation. You have women and men in that situation, and if I just look at the numbers alone, it tells you it's not easy to get out. And how, I don't even want to say how foolish, that's not the right word. I know it can be insensitive or I would guess that it would be insensitive for somebody to tell you what you could have, should have, would have done. That's why I say it's difficult for me to kind of navigate this topic because I've not been in that situation, and I most of the things I talk about is because I've experienced it. I've not been in that situation, so I can't tell anybody how they should have done something or how they should have felt in this situation, or why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? You did what you can do. You did what you felt like you were supposed to do. I'm just grateful that you loved yourself enough to pull yourself out of that situation and that you got out and that you got out alive. That's what I'm grateful for right now. I'm not here to condemn anybody because God knows I'm not perfect. I'm not here to condemn. I'm not here to say you should have did this. I was just telling you all, I can remember watching those movies enough. And Jess told me the other one that I was trying to think about, Sleeping with the Enemy. And there are others where I was just like, man, I was rooting for the woman the whole time. Get out of there. Do this, do that. I wanted to be her best friend, to be like, come on, if you do this, like, I want to help you. I don't know. I don't like it when people try to take, number one, try to take advantage of other people and try to exert force on other people. And a lot of times I know it's because that person does not love themselves, or that person wants to be so controlling or narcissistic, or they want to have the upper hand. They want you to be in fear, or whatever it is that they're thinking. I don't know. Whatever it is that they're thinking. And I'm just glad that you all did, that you made it. I am. I'm just now beginning to speak out. It's scary, but also healing and hopefully helpful. Man, it's helpful, Jets. It's very helpful. I'm telling you. I'm telling you it's helpful because a lot of times we think we don't have anything to say. I think that sometimes when I'm on here, I'm like, what in the world am I going to say? I have no idea. That's why most of the time I literally think about the topic and I change the topic around sometimes. And sometimes I just go in here and I just, like today, I'm talking about what I felt. I'm talking from the heart. That's most of the time what it is here. And I believe that when you share your testimony, that's what that is. That is your testimony, Jess. That is your testimony. Hey, Cherry. Hey, that's your testimony, Lynn. That's your testimony, Latoya. Don't ever be afraid to share that because you made it through. You're a survivor. You're a survivor. You know what? You survived this. So you, women, women, you can help other women that are going through the same thing. I'm not saying you got to run down the street and yell and tell everybody this, but in conversations like this, and I'm just glad that you all feel safe enough here to share it because somebody else, like I said, can look at it and learn from it and say, okay, she got out of it. She did. God helped her through this. I know I can get through it. I look at situations like that I've been through, and I look at people and I'm like, if they did it, because I'm pretty competitive with things like that. So I'll say, I know if that person got out of it, or I know if that person was able to do it, I know I can do it. And I just think it gives you hope. I think it gives you hope, and it reminds you of how strong you really are. It reminds you of how strong you really are because sometimes you might feel like I'm not capable of doing this or I'm not capable of getting out of this situation. You are. You are capable. You are capable and you can do it. And you all have proven that. You have proven it. I'm willing to talk to anyone about abuse and mental issues. Good for you, Latoya. And hey, Cherry Hayes, clapping, Latoya. Thank you, Andrea. You're welcome. I mean every word of it. I mean every word of it. Every word. Yes, the more you share, the better you feel. You are not alone. Yes, that is a release. And I think when you hold stuff like that in, it just bottles up. I don't know. It's like one of those, what is it? A cooker. When it just eventually all those feelings are going to boil over. And that's why it's good to get help. It's good to talk about it. It's good to seek counseling if you want to. There's nothing wrong with going to counseling. Go to counseling. Get some therapy. If for nothing else, talk to somebody who doesn't know you. Like they don't know you, so you can talk to them and go on about your business. Like that person knows nothing about your life except for what you share with them. So they can come in with an unbiased perspective, hopefully. And even if they don't, at least you got it off your chest and you were able to share. Because sometimes just trying to share whatever that is that you're going through is going to be helpful. And then also, depending on who you share with, you are helping out somebody else. And I know we say it all the time, and I don't even know if this situation is appropriate to say, so I'm not going to necessarily use this example, but I'm just going to say that situations you go through, they make you a better person, they make you stronger, they make you more aware sometimes, more knowledgeable. It gives you more muscle. And when I say more muscle, just more strength to deal with situations, but also it allows you to share with somebody else who may be afraid to talk about that, or may be afraid to go through that situation alone. So knowing that they have support, whether it's virtual. Hey daughter, I'm on live, just so you know. Right now? Yes. Oh. So whether, sorry about that. So whether it's what was I saying? Whether it's something that they can kind of grab a hold to and grasp and say, I met somebody online today and they shared their story and I know I can get out of it. That's important. Or whether it's you meeting somebody in person and saying, maybe you hear them chattering or something in the distance, and then you just say, hey, you know what? You can do it. You can make it through this. And you share whatever you want to share. Let the Lord lead you. I can't tell you what to do. You just share the way you want. And then say, yes, the more you share, the better you feel. You are not alone. Just like Jess said, the gaslighting is on 10. Yeah, that's an issue. Latoya's, hey, Latanya. Latoya is here. Latanya, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Let's see. Young Riz saying hi to Latanya. I left and went right back. So that gaslight is real, real. Yeah. Man. I left after 8 years and went back for another 5 years, Cherry. So you left after 8 and you went back for another 5 years. It was like a war zone emotionally and mentally, even when it wasn't physical. You can move on. So I want to ask a question, and you don't have to answer it. No, nobody in here has to answer it if you don't want to. It's just something I thought about after reading your comment, Jess. What made you go back, if you want to share that? If you don't want to share that, I would just guess that it was love. The love that you felt for that person, or maybe you thought they were going to change. I'm just trying to guess, just in case you all don't want to answer, and I can completely understand if you don't. I would never force anybody to answer any questions here, because that's between you and God, and what you want to share is what you want to share. It was like a war zone. I also left and went back. One of the worst mistakes, but made it out alive. It was hard, but I'm so blessed. Man, I wonder, I'm like, should I have a panel? I wonder, like, because I know this video I'm doing is nothing compared to what you ladies would do. I know it isn't. I know it's nothing compared to what you ladies would do, and nothing like the knowledge that you can impart onto people, where I can't. I can only be speculative, and I can only assume. I can only guess how I would feel. I can only guess what I would do. But you all have actually experienced it, and I'm just blessed by listening to you in this chat. Not listening, but reading, because nobody's talking but me. I'm just facts, Jess. It was the worst time of my life. I was shocked to see myself back there. Talk about the man in the mirror. I was like, what was I thinking? Because it was worse. I tried counseling, but the only thing that saved me was getting back into my Bible. Connect with the one who you're created to. I said that earlier. Connect with the one who created you. Getting back into your Bible. Latoya, did that help you to find out who you really were? Hey, Jamie, are you back? Okay. Did it help you to figure out who you really were? Is that what helped you to get out that relationship? You realized you were a child of God? You realized you were his love, that you realized that he knew you intimately and he only wants the best for you. And I'm just saying, ladies, if God only wants the best for you, that is not the best. That's not ever the best for anybody that's listening. That's not the best for you. When I think about God wanting the best for me, I think that I'm happy. I think I'm healthy. I think that I'm successful, and however you look at success, that is what you define it as. My interpretation is different from others in this chat. Like, how do you define success? How do you define love? How do you define happiness? Um, I have so many questions right now. I have so many questions, but I don't want to be offensive. I don't want to rehash anything that happened, because I mean, I know about PTSD, and I don't want to be the catalyst. I don't want to be the one to start anything up. Thank you, Cherry. I recorded a short video. I no longer recognize myself, and I didn't like who I had become. Man. But now you feel different, right, Jess? Okay, honey, I'm going to check it out after here. Wait, Jamie, thank you, Cherry. I recorded a short video. It's up now. Okay, I'm going to have to check it out too, Jamie, when I leave here. I can't forget. Questioning myself, the love I felt for him, wanting my children to have their family together. Oh, and a lot of false promises. Hmm. I understand. I understand. That would. Mm-mm-mm. That makes it difficult. I can see, Jess, your story is really coming together for me. The puzzle pieces. I just cannot imagine. I'm sorry that that happened to you. I'm sorry that that happened to any of you in this chat, any of those experiences. But God, right? But God saw fit to keep you here. You know what that means, ladies? Y'all got a job to do if you're not doing it. I know many of you on here are already doing it, but you have weathered the storm. Is it weather? You have weathered the storm. You made it through a very challenging time in your life. You made it through a very tough time that not a lot of women make it out of, or men. I'm just saying women because I happen to, this is woman based, right? Most of the time. So, um, you made it out of situations that a lot of women did not. And you sharing a story is a part of it, it's a part of your testimony. You being willing to share is very commendable, because I don't know if that's something that most could do. But like I said, I haven't been through that situation, but I know that when I release things, I feel so much better. When I'm able to talk about it, when I'm able to share with others, and then also when I'm able to help others. Oh my goodness. When I'm able to help others through something similar, I really feel good. Like, oh, this is why I'm here. And this is a part of the reason why you're here on earth, and why you're here today. It's part of the reason, because you are sharing, and other people are able to learn from this conversation. I think it's love, and you are comfortable with that person, and also you have low self-esteem. I couldn't leave the first abuser, otherwise my brains would have been. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, Warmstrong. Hey, Warmstrong. Hey, I didn't even see you come in there. Hey, Warmstrong. So we're talking about domestic violence. I didn't really know how to navigate this, so I'm just letting the co-host lead this chat. I'm letting them lead it, because I was coming in here feeling one way. I was feeling one whole way, and I didn't really, like I said, I didn't know how I would talk about this, but I did know that I wanted to talk about it. So much so that I kicked the other topics that I had to the curb to talk about this, because I saw that video that most of you here probably have seen. And when I saw that video, I was like, oh, I got to talk about it. I have to talk about it, because if this is as common as these stats say they are, it has to be a conversation that we can't like just sweep under the rug. And it can't be like, oh, I'm scared to talk about it, I don't want to touch it. No, we got to touch it. We have to talk about it, because I think the more we have conversations like this, the more people can come out and feel comfortable talking about it. The more people, it's awareness. Then we had that like the Me Too movement, where not the same situation, but a different situation, where women were coming out, and it's kind of saying women were coming out in droves and saying this happened to me too, and the hashtag. Remember? You all remember all of that? That's because people started talking about it. So the ones who didn't want to talk about it felt more comfortable talking about this. And then the ones who were a little ashamed or afraid, or felt like it was them, or they were the reason why this was happening. You're not the reason why that's happening. That's that cuckoo bird that wants to put their hands on you. This is the reason why it's happening. So those people need to be accountable for their actions. You're not the reason. You're not the reason. You're the victim. And I'm just glad that more victims are speaking out, because now other people know it's not just me. I'm not the only person going through this. No, it's not just you. There are others in your shoes. There are other people that experience these things. So I don't know. It's a good conversation. It's a great conversation to have. Good to see you, Jamie. It's always good to see Jamie. Jamie, a boo. Hey, no, hi, bestie. Warm, strong. I miss you. Yeah, we all did. You was just having a good old time. Warm, strong. I did still have love for him, and he gaslit my butt with his charm, gift of gab. Oh, I'll never do it again. I'm really sorry. I love you so much. I fell for it all, but that was my walk. Yep. And now look at you, sharing and caring, and helping other people out. And you sound like you sound like you're not even ashamed. Like you're healed. You must be healed or healing because you're talking about it, and you are unapologetic about having this conversation. Had a conversation. Keep having it. I finally had to let go and let God after the last abuser. I had like four. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, let's repeat. I had to walk. I had to walk it, and I'm out alive. Sherry, my ex is very charismatic and convincing. That sounds like a theme. I mean, I would guess so. I would guess so. If you go back and if you come back and then if you stay in it for a while, that person, I could see them being charismatic. Yes, Jess, they are that type. Warm, strong. It was truly a hot mess. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Armstrong says, I was in law enforcement. I saw it all the time. Yeah, I know law enforcement officers. I'm surrounded by a lot of those. My father was in law enforcement for a long time, so I heard a lot of the stuff. Not as a child, not as a child, but when I got older, I hear a lot of stuff now too. So, oh man, Armstrong, it just I don't know. Full support. Hey Southgate, how you doing? Cherry, yes. Some of the things that went down, even some of the ways I reacted, make me cringe. Facts, Jess. Victims need to understand they are not alone. Thank you, Warren Strong, for adding that. Yay, that's a man over there talking, you all. Y'all hear that? Step up, men. Keep stepping up. That's right, Warren Strong. They are not alone, and they need to understand that. You all are not alone. You are not alone. And like I said, these numbers prove you are not alone. They prove you're not alone. 1 in 3 women. And I think about it, I have 5 daughters. And if it's saying 1 in 3 women, I don't even want, that's why I pray over my kids. And I mean, you never know um, what can be happening. It's just, the madness was real. Yep, there we go. There's some words right there. It's madness. Just madness. That's so beautiful to say, Armstrong, isn't it? That was so beautiful, Armstrong. That was so beautiful. Thank you, Bill. I know that was so lovely. Armstrong just came in here and melted our hearts, didn't he? He just came in and said the right words. You sure did, Armstrong. It's 1 hour 18 minutes, you all. I need to let y'all go. It's 1:22. Anybody have anything else they would like to say? I'm so glad you all led this conversation. I got to tell you, thank you for your participation. Thank you so very much for your participation. I was talking to my sister. She called me 15 minutes before I started this live, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm going live today." And she was just like, after I told her the topic, I said, "I don't want to say the name. I just want to talk about it." And she was just like, "You know what, we just gonna pray about it." And I said, "I need all the prayer I can get." Prayer changes things, y'all. It worked today. It worked. And I said, she's like, I just pray that you're calm. I said, I pray that I'm calm as well. I pray that I'm calm as well. And I feel like I've been calm through this conversation. Like I didn't say anything about that person. I didn't. I'm calm, and it's because of you all and God. God did it. And God did it for you. God brought you out of the situation. And for that, I am grateful for that. I thank God for sparing your life. I'm so thankful, especially those of you who, experienced it time and time again, and those who went back I'm just thankful for your life today. Um, I just pray that God continue to heal you. I pray that God continue to increase your self-esteem, that God continues to remind you, that's it. God continues to remind you who you are. Who you are. You are precious. You are God's child. God loves you. God loves you. Don't let anybody tell you he does not. Don't let nobody tell you he not. Now, we talked about God answering prayers. I don't know if there was ever a prayer of yours, but he answers prayer. Don't ever feel like whew, don't ever feel like if I start crying in this chat, I think I'm gonna start crying. Don't ever feel like you all see me. Okay, so don't ever feel like you don't have anybody, because if you don't have anybody to go to, if you don't have family members or friends that you can talk to, you can go to God. Yes, Bill, that's what happened. Excuse me, I don't want to cough all on you all. Woo! This is heavy for me. It's heavy for me. Somebody said that earlier in the chat. Somebody said that earlier, that it's heavy. This is a heavy topic. Like I said, I asked for prayer. My sister prayed for me, and I was like, Lord, I'm gonna need the prayer, because I don't know. I don't know that situation in its totality. Neither do I know anybody else's situation in its totality. I'm just saying, I pray for you all that have gone through it. I pray for you all that if you're going through anything similar to that right now, I just ask that God reveals himself, that he steps into the situation, that he gives you everything that you need to overcome whatever it is that you're going through. And I just ask that the Lord protect you and guide you and help you to find, love, and I don't know, however, whatever it is that you're looking for. I just want God to show you, to give you a clear understanding of what love is. Oh, I pray for and love everyone. Continue to push. That's right, Latoya. Jess, thank you, Andrea, or for this stream. I just happened to look at YouTube and saw you were live. It was like fate that we talked about this today. Listen, I don't even believe in coincidence. I just know that you were here for a reason. Jess, hey, Cherry, hey, always say you all are a part of the Geeky Girls Journal family, and it is my absolute pleasure to have these types of conversations. It's my absolute pleasure to come on and connect with you. I may not always be available, but if you need something, you can DM me on Instagram. I might not be there within 24 hours, so I just want to make sure you know that. It might take me a little while to get to the message, but you can always leave me comments under any of my videos. I don't care what the video is talking about. You leave me a comment about anything, whatever you're going through, because what I understand is this: we all need each other, right? You might be in the phase where you like, I want to be isolated. I don't feel like being bothered with people, but you need somebody. You need somebody. We were not created. We were not created to take this walk alone. I'm telling you, we were created to have community. And I'm not saying everybody's got to be a part of your community. You get yourself some solid people. You get yourself, if it's friends, if it's family members, those people that you know you can go to for anything, those people that you know have your back, no matter what you're going through, they have your back. And that's who you need to talk to, those that you are comfortable with. And like I said, if you don't want to take that route, you call that number, National Domestic Violence Hotline, 800-799-7233. Do not be embarrassed. Do not be ashamed. What's that in my eye? I don't know. Do not be embarrassed. Do not be ashamed. It's not your fault. Get the help that you need, and don't worry about the rest of that stuff. Just get the help you need, because it's best to be alive. It's better to be well and taking care of yourself. And like I said, if you are with somebody that does not appreciate you, that does not love you, that's the way they're gonna act. The ways that you all have shared in this live stream. So whenever you feel, and I know it's got to be that a gut feeling that tells you. So go with your gut. Go with your gut. It's not going to be the wrong thing. And if you're questioning what your gut says, go to the Father in prayer. I'm telling you, connect. Latoya said it earlier that she had to reconnect and start reading her Bible. So connect, 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 connect. That's funny because that's what my topic was going to be about today, connecting to the Father. But we're going to do that another day. Don't worry about it. Andre Southgate is such a common thing. This it's so common. Let me read what you have. It's such a common this that happens all the time behind closed doors. The apologies only come out when exposed. Thank you. Only when it's exposed. Yes. Why is that, Andre Southgate? That's how I felt today. Like now, all of a sudden, you apologizing, man. You had more than 10 years to apologize. Why didn't you apologize then? Because you weren't sorry for what you did. You weren't sorry. Like if it takes a person 10 or if it takes a person years to apologize about that, you were not sorry. You weren't sorry during that time frame. Okay, maybe now. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what this person is thinking, or I don't know what people are thinking after they do that. And like I said, I do believe in forgiveness. I believe that people should forgive others. I believe that you can ask for forgiveness. I believe all that stuff. What I have a hard time trying to wrap my head around is what makes you do that to somebody. You didn't have the sense to stop. Like you just thought it was all right to keep going. I could one hit, and then you're like, oh my God, I should never did that. I'm sorry. But you continue to pound on this person, and you see this person helpless on the ground, not defending themselves, and you continue to do it. That's my whole issue. And I'm only using this thing for an example because I know most of you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just go look, just Google it. Please Google it. Please Google it, and you'll see why I'm so upset about it. But you think you can do that to another human being and then walk away and just nothing? Like you just walk away and you're not going, you don't have to pay the price, not for this particular thing, because people said they weren't going to press charges, I guess, or whatever. They're not going to do anything about it because it's beyond that time frame. But you just walk away and you think, oh, it's okay that I just stomped this person down. It's all right that I just punched them and threw stuff at them and whatever else. Like it just disgusts me. I don't know. I told you I'm trying not to get worked up about it, but I just get so mad when I just get so upset when I see that happening. Like you really, and you thought that was okay to like put your hands on somebody like that. And I can understand, we have people who box professionally. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. You had MMA fighters. I mean, Andre Southgate talks about that all the time in his videos. I'm not talking about that. That person consented to fighting, and there was a permission that happened. Now, I'm talking about people who do not give you permission to touch them, who do not give you permission to lay your hands on them, but you continue to do it, and you thought it was all right. That's the issue I have. And I probably should stop talking because I don't know. Southgate, 100% agree. It's always good to have great support with you through tough challenges. Holding on to pain isn't healthy. Absolutely not. And Cherry put that number again. Thank you, Cherry. I always check up on close friends. You just never know what they're going through. You never know what somebody is going through. They only sorry they are being held accountable. Yep, I agree with that, Jess. That's the part that's unfortunate. Like you should be sorry because you did something that you shouldn't have been doing. And you should be sorry because you were convicted and you knew it was the wrong thing. That's what you need to be sorry for. Not sorry because you got caught. Yeah, you're going to be sorry because you got caught in other situations people had to pay the price, but you're going to be, you sorry, all right? You should be sorry. Facts, Jess. The Most High gathered us for this. Oh, I absolutely agree with that. Like I said, I don't believe in coincidence. I know that we're all here in this chat, in this room, in this live stream together for a reason. Nightbot, I hit the thumbs up every time. Go after Latoya, you just made me laugh. Thank you. All right. How are you? Okay. Oh, hey, are you okay? Fred the Fed, you probably saw me about to cry because I'm not all right. I'm never all right with hearing about situations like this. It really, 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 really does something to me. Just hearing about domestic violence. That's what it's about. Just tuned in. Yeah, Fred the Fed. That's what it is. This is a conversation that I put in in the title. Every woman needs to hear this, but really, every woman, every man, every girl, every boy needs to hear it because girls need to know that this is unacceptable, so that as they grow older, they know that behavior is unacceptable. Right? Boys need to know that it's not acceptable as well. So that's just a conversation I think has to be had. Thank you, Andre Southgate. The people in your life are fortunate. We got some good men in here showing up. Yep. All right, y'all. Oh, it's an hour, 30 minutes, 55 seconds. We had a great conversation. You all almost made me put me into tears, and I said I was gonna come on here and be calm. For the most part, I did. Latoya Williams. I've been single since I went to jail for finally defending myself, but he can't. Oh, mm. Girl, be strong. Be strong. Be strong. Let me tell you what. Mm, 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 mm. I'm just know I'm gonna be praying. I'm praying that God continues to strengthen you. I don't know. Did you feel like saying, "Let him lead me in here until somebody else come"? But he came and got me out. Mm, mm, mm. I might. I don't know. I can't say what I would have done, but I might have felt like just. I don't know that I wouldn't have wanted to stay there, but I just wouldn't want him to come get me. I think maybe could he have given the money to somebody else and you go somewhere else with somebody and not him? I've been single. Oh, much love to you, Latoya. I know. Much love to you, Latoya. I'm gonna just let Jess talk to you and hey, Cherry, hey, because I have no, I have nothing to say with that. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. The only thing I can say is keep reading your Bible, girl, and let the Lord lead you. He's gonna protect you. He's gonna protect you and guide you and guard your heart. Guard your heart. Guard your heart. And think about yourself. You might, be selfish in this situation. Think about yourself. That person does not deserve you. Those other ones did not deserve you. I think you said there were four. They did not deserve you. They don't deserve you. Go with somebody who does deserve you. And if you got to be, and you know what? I know sometimes. Oh, good for you. All right, good for you. This story just gets better and better. We were married, but he got his divorce papers in the next 3 days. You good for you. That's standing up for yourself. That's what I'm talking about. You standing up for yourself. That's so messed up, Latoya. Blessing, sweetie. I'm glad you're not in the system and you're away from it. Yes, me too. Hey, Cherry. Hey, I'm so glad. So this has been a lovely conversation, you all. Thank you all that have shared. Thank you for being transparent and being vulnerable because you did not have to be. I'm glad that you felt safe enough here to do it. And I don't know, I want this to be that kind of place where you feel safe enough to talk about experiences and share with others because, like I said, for me, your testimony will help somebody else. It helps somebody else. It helps somebody else. So, keep fighting, you all. Keep fighting. Keep looking out for yourself. That's important. Look out for yourself. If somebody's trying to drag you down, don't allow them to do that. Don't give them that kind of power. Do what you got to do to get out of that situation. If you require help, if it's too much for you to bear, get that help. Forget it. Get help. Don't worry about what everybody else is gonna say. You got to do what's best for you, and you got to try to get out that situation. So, um, I don't know. I'm glad that you all stayed and shared. I'm appreciative, and I'm glad that you all, like I said, came in. It wasn't a coincidence. Those who were here were supposed to be here. You're married now, Latoya. Oh, hey, Cherry Hay is asking you a question. Then, you know what? This is how we'll end it. Um, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just leave them right down here. If you have anything further that you'd like to share that can help somebody else, feel free to do that. And then after that, we're just gonna close out. This was awesome. And my prayer is that somebody sees this that needs to hear it and that they don't fast forward because there's some good stuff in here. For you ladies, I commend you again for being brave enough to share. And I hope, not hope, I know that God's going to continue to work out a great thing in you. He's going to continue to heal you. And He's going to continue to allow you to share your story with those that need to hear it. Right? He's going to help you to do that. Hey, Cherry. Hey. Cherry, I'm single, but I wouldn't mind a man. It's nothing wrong with looking again. We just gonna ask that the Father sends you everything you need, Latoya, and that He sends you somebody who loves you. Just I say, you stay in that Bible, right? You stay in the Bible, because if you are single, and if your first priority, this should be all of our priorities, but I'm just saying because you just made that statement. If you're single and you find yourself, just falling in love with God, the more you find out about Him and the more you seek, I'm telling you, He knows what you need. He knows what you need, and He wants the best for you. So I believe if He knows what you need and He wants the best for you, He's going to give you the best. He is going to give you the best. He's not going to give you a loser. You're not going to get those anymore. That's old. That's the past. He's not going to give you those things that you had in the past. And you got to look for somebody who has their heart buried in God. That's what you can do. Because if it's somebody who has their heart buried in God, don't just let them talk a good game. You want to see the fruits of the Spirit. You want to know what the fruits of the Spirit are? My thing. You want to see the fruits of the Spirit in that person. Most High. Let's see. Okay, Latoya, the Most High gonna send you a great husband. Just said, be fine being alone. A man that loves you will find you and show you what that truly means. Yeah. Latoya says, I need a little every day after my morning prayer. Oh, you read a little every day. Yeah. Hey, Trish. How you doing, Trish? Let's see. Where's Trish at? Hey, Trish. Hey there. Jess, I agree. So listen, this is what y'all want to look for. And I want to make sure I say all the fruits of the Spirit. This is what I think you should look for in a person. Because sometimes you're looking for the wrong things. If you are looking for the fruit of the Spirit, do y'all know what I'm talking about when I say the fruit of the Spirit? Let me know if you know so I can tell you this. If you're looking for the fruit of the Spirit, I want to find the chapter, the Bible verse that it's in. Cherry, thank you, love. Okay, let me find the Bible verse so you all know I'm not just making this stuff up. It's in Galatians 5. Let me see. The NIV. Okay, we'll read NIV. That's New International Version. Hey, Miss Betty. How you doing? How you doing? So, Miss Betty, we're talking about domestic violence. I'm going to just give you a recap before I read this scripture that I want Latoya and everybody else to hear. But so we're talking about domestic violence because you probably saw this, Miss Betty, but I saw that video that somebody released exposing someone, and I just use that as an example. I'm not mentioning the name because I don't want to say that person's name, but that's pretty much what we were talking about. And some strong women shared pieces of their journey in a chat, and they led the conversation, and I'm grateful that they did that because I learned some things. Hey, Carol. Hey, how you doing? See, Carol and Miss Betty and I had a great conversation Friday. Y'all got to catch that. You all have to catch it if you weren't a part of the live. Make sure you go back and watch it because those women, see, this is why I love being around women of all ages, because I know I was looking at this, I think it was some shorts or something, like a few months ago, and they were saying how like older women clash with younger women. And, the younger women don't want to hear what the older women have to say. The older women get in the way by the younger women. But I beg to differ. I do. Because I don't see why we can't exist in, we were talking about this Friday, Miss Betty, right? Why can't older women share their knowledge with us and their wisdom, and then younger women can share things with older women, like different perspectives, and then we talk amongst each other, and now, boom, we had answers, right? We got answers. We can solve problems. We don't have to worry about trying to find solutions because I know something that Latoya doesn't know. Latoya knows something that I don't know. Jess knows something that Jamie doesn't know. Jamie knows something Carol doesn't know. Carol knows something Miss Betty doesn't know. Everybody knows something that everybody else don't know, right? And I'm talking about experiences as well. Somebody's experienced something that I haven't. We talked about that today. So with people sharing, young and old, we got to come into a partnership and collaborate what to help each other out. Like, I don't know all the answers to everything, and nobody else knows all the answers to everything. But together, we come together in the community and we can talk about it, and it can help other people out. Even the men in here, these men in here stood up today. Thank you, men. Warmstrong came right in and just almost made me cry and melted everybody's heart. Southgate came in. Who else? Joshua was in here. Like, the men came in and showed up, right? And just helped. And I think that's important too, that the men were supporting these women. Let's see. Did I miss something? I know I did because I was talking. I'm just going out. I think everybody's saying hi. Tristan Natural, hey Cherry. And I'm going to read you all this verse, then I'll let y'all go. It's almost 2 hours again. Well, it's helping us with our goal, isn't it? Yes, yes, yes. But also, this was a good conversation. Like, it ain't even about the goal. It was, I am still trying to do it. I'm not going to stop, just so y'all know that. But these conversations, having them, makes it so easy. Your hair color is so beautiful on you, Betty. I meant to tell you that the last time. You're so beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? Miss Betty, did you hear that? Miss Betty? Hey, Cherry, hey, gave you a compliment. I'll be going back because I didn't see it. Yeah, go back and look at it. You're going to enjoy it, Latoya. And if you don't, just tell me in the comment section. So, but you all, like, think of something that you might want to talk about on lives, because I have topics, but I want to talk about the things that are going to be helpful. I think we all can learn from each other. I agree, Jess. I don't understand what the problem is when people say, "Oh, I don't want to learn from them because they're too old." Well, you want to learn from somebody who's going where you're trying to get. I do. I do, because talking to older women, people that are older than me, I really get some good insight and some good information. Those that are willing to share. Some don't want to share, and maybe that's what the younger women are talking about. But I've God's blessed me to be around some older women that don't mind sharing with me, and I'm just glad. I'm grateful for that. Cause y'all do not want to listen. She just said it too. I want to listen. I do. I like to listen. And see, this what can happen, Miss Betty, and you older women. Anybody that's an older woman, older than me, I'm in my late 40s. Late 40s. So if you're older than me and you have some knowledge, come on and tell me, because I'll share with everybody else. I'm not going to share anybody's personal business, but I can share the skill, the lessons learned. I can share things like that. And we want to listen, Miss Betty. Don't let them fool you. Working and lurking. I'm glad. Thank you for working and lurking, Kevin. See, Kevin is in here too. Hey, Jess. Yes, we can. You remind me. Look, Carol. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Was that the Nutty Professor? Nutty Professor? Yes, you can. Yeah, I know you said, hey, Jess, yes, we can. That's right. We can all help each other. Miss Betty laughing. We can all help each other. I think when you get to the point where you feel like you know everything and nobody can help you with anything, then that's a problem. Because you don't know. I concur, Jess. See, Jess, all of us agree with you. Every person you will ever meet knows something you don't. Yep, I'm telling you. Oh, my Jess, how you doing? How is it that everybody know Jess and I didn't know Jess? Jess, do I? Maybe I'm getting you confused with another Jess, but Jess, I enjoyed you today. So if you're not in the family, join the family, girl, so you can keep coming in here and put that notification bell on so you can keep coming in here and sharing with the chat so we can all learn something from everybody. I'm doing okay, Miss Betty. You doing good? Miss you. Oh, see, Jess is in the community, obviously. Hey, Jay. I liked and shared you out. Thank you. I'm fine. They tried to make me cry on here, but I was almost there. Like, I could feel the tears coming down. I could feel a tear forming right here. And it was about to happen. But I told y'all I had prayer before I came on here. My sister prayed for me. And she said, I'm going to just pray that you remain calm. And what do you all think? Do y'all think I did pretty good with being calm? Like, I wasn't going off. I was just, whew. That's all I got to say about that. I think I've subscribed to everyone, but I can't find Jess. I know, Jess, where you at? Jess, drop your link so people can come and share and care and, come give you some hearts and some love. Just type GGJ, Jess, if you haven't. I might have missed it. It looks like you know people here to me. Carol, Geeky Girls social media is turning the world. So individualistic. that people believe they don't need each other. I know. Man, I should have had you and Miss Betty on the live again. Y'all let me know if y'all can do another live tomorrow. So I know you have your own channels, but we can co-stream. I mean, I guess I would have to use StreamYard for you all to do that. Because I do restream. You know I do restream. But let me know. Y'all let me know on IG if you want to do a live like that. Yeah, people believe that they don't need each other. That is so far from the truth. You do need each other. You're going to be a hermit locked up in... I mean, I can understand wanting to have your space because I love to have my space. I do. I love my space because I got a lot of people surrounding me all the time, which is wonderful because I love that too. I love both. I love both ends of the spectrum, y'all. That's why I'm a ambivert. I'm right there in the middle. I like it. I like being around people, and then sometimes I just want to be by myself. But being by yourself all the time, I don't know if that's how healthy that is. Some of you might disagree with me, but I'm just saying you need somebody. You need an outlet too. You need to be able to talk to somebody. Yeah, Jay getting all the love too. Look at those hearts. Hey, baby girl, how you doing? To Latoya. I don't know if I like this, Miss Betty. I don't know if I like that or not. I mean, they can be a baby girl, but I think I like being special, not being the only one. I don't have nothing against you, Latoya, and you, Hey Cherry, Hey, and whoever else Miss Betty said that to. I don't have content, Latoya. I've seen you around though. Oh, okay, just you don't have content. You know me. Okay, I know you. I'm trying to look at your picture, Jess. It's just so little. Look like you holding a coffee cup or something, or a star. I don't know what it is. Jay said, "Hey, Jess." So I know you. I'm just convinced. Okay, I know you, Jess. Hey, Jess, friend. How you do not know Jess? I don't. I feel like I'm sure. I'm sure I've seen Jess's name in my live before or other people's live. I'm not making the connection. Forget that. I'm about to look you up right now, Jess. How about that? Where's my channel? I'm gonna go right to my live and look you right up right now, so I can see a bigger picture. Don't be yelling at me like that, Miss Betty. Miss Betty, I'm just awesome. How are you, beautiful? Jess said I ain't saying his name, but my ex is blue dude with. Oh, okay. I don't need to look you up. I do know. I'm so sorry. Now I feel bad, but thank you for that. I do know. Okay, you did excellent, Andrea. Thank you. I did excellent. Yes. God is good. Hey, Cherry. Hey, that's all I'm gonna say. God is good because I'm telling you, I didn't know. When I tell y'all I didn't know how I was gonna do it in this live, I had no idea. I never know, but I really was feeling some kind of way before I came on here. I was, and I know you all like to hear the truth from me, and I tell you the truth, and I just was feeling some kind of way. I was, and I know that it says, you know, those things that are done in the dark will come to light. Yeah, you drop the link. You do that, girl. I know who you are, okay? Thank you all for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. So I know, Jess. That's why people are yelling at me. I do know you. Hey, friend. I do know you. I know you. I just, it's other people with that name. So give me some grace. Not you, Jess. I'm talking about the other ones over here. All right. I'm looking because I was thinking that, what was I looking for? Oh, I know what it is. Okay. I know what I'm looking for now, and I'm going to find it. Man, Latoya, yeah, y'all make sure. Look, if you all are not connected, connect with her. What time tomorrow? I got to look at my schedule. 12. We can just keep doing 12 o'clock. 12 is good for me only because I have, all the kids where they need to be by that point. I'm usually back here, and then it's also right before I got to start doing pickups again. So if I give myself a 2-hour block, because it seems like I've been running 2 hours now ever since. Like I just want to have a 2-hour block, the cushion, just in case, and then that way I won't ever miss picking up my kids. So if you can do it at 12, let me know. If you can't, I understand, and y'all just come in here. Yeah, look at your schedule and pencil me in. Pencil me in. Hey, Cherry, hey, is laughing. I'm always alone, and it sucks. But this is the life of a disabled person. Aww. Well, you want this thing keep. I told you, Miss Betty. I told you my internet connection is bad. Even when I keep changing providers, it's the trees. They said it's the trees. I guess I don't know. I'm gonna blame it on the trees, but I don't like this. That's how I used to get kicked out all the time, Miss Betty. Kicked out of my own life. It's okay. I have usually been more quiet. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not Don't say them names anymore. You know what? We did not want to say his name. I'm still not going to say the name. I'm still not going to say that name. I'm not. I'm going to say your name, though. Still here, but in the BG, doing stuff in the house. Oh, okay. Get it done, Jay. Get it done. Get it done, Jay. Get it done. I hope everyone having a great day. I'm having a great day. I completely understand. No worries. That's so wonderful. Yes, JJ, thank you. Hope you're having an awesome day as well. Just left your spot, Jess. I want to go. I'm gonna go to your spot in a minute. Let me see if I can go to the spot right now. I'm on my laptop. My computer. What is this? Desktop. Let me see. I'm gonna try to scroll up to find the link. Where is it? I know I saw you drop it. I'll go back to it later. But we already connected, so I ain't even got to do that. Shared you out, Geeky. I'm going live tomorrow. I think 11. We'll try to come up. Oh, if you're going live at 11, you might not be able to do it, Carol. Or you might. You can come in late, too. I don't care. I just need to know if you consider it, because then I won't do it on this mobile device. I had to take the laptop out. Thank you. You're welcome. Whose channel is the video on? It's on mine. It's on Geeky Girls Journal. I'll tell you what the title is right now. Let's see. And then it's 1:50. I might as well go into the 2-hour mark. Now that's 10 more minutes. Do y'all want to hang out 10 more minutes? Or are we ready to roll out of here? It's on you all. I'm going to let you all make that decision. It wasn't disabled comment. God is faithful. That's what it is. It's 2 days ago, Latoya. Sorry about that. God is faithful. So it wasn't. Both of them were 2 days ago, but the one that says disabled comments, that's not the one I'm referring to. I'm talking about the one that says God is faithful. And you'll see Miss Betty on there first, and then Carol joined us afterwards. 10 more minutes? Okay, we can hang out for 10 more minutes. We might as well make it even. Boom. It'd be 2 hours exactly. So you see Miss Betty on there with and Miss Betty did Miss Betty did this transformation, as I was talking the first part of the live when she was in there. And, so she gave people this whole, what did they call it? Get ready with me, while she was on live with me. So we did that, and it was a lot of chatting. And I think, it's something that you're going to enjoy. Whether let me know. Girl, do your thing. I got 10 minutes. All right. I wish I had somebody over here to cook. Oh, Carol, one time we should do a combined one, like you were talking about the... when you asked me to be on it before, if we wanted to go live together, maybe you can cook something while I'm on there with you, because I like to see when you cook with those little miniature things. I'm gonna have to say that takes some control, because I feel like I would hold that little pot and drop it. That's probably why you had the seasoned food. That's what we'll call it. Yes, 10 more. Yay, Trish, y'all want 10 more? You got to reach it. Okay, see, because y'all want me to reach that goal. 10 more minutes. We got 10 more minutes. What should we talk about for 10 minutes? Hey, girl, dad. Thank you for coming in. Good afternoon, Geeky Girls Journal in chat. Hit that like button. Yeah, hit that like button, everybody. See, so this was a needed conversation. We talked about that, but now you all have me in good spirits. I'm smiling now. Hope you all are smiling on the other side of the screen. I'm sorry. Look, I was looking at the thumbnail when I hovered over the thumbnail to God Answers Your Prayer. Y'all look at Miss Betty. See how she does when she in my life? Y'all look at Miss Betty. You see how she do me? So Miss Betty is on there, and as soon as I hover over her, you just got to see her facial expressions. That's the funny part. I got to reach this goal. Y'all, I got to reach this goal. Talk about your hair wash day. Oh, talk about my hair wash day. Guess what, Carol? I washed my fourth. I washed her hair yesterday. It's so cute. And she wanted this hairstyle that had like a heart, where you had to braid a heart into her head. I did it. I braided a heart into it, and she had a whole bunch of little braids and beads on it. It is so cute. I should have taken a picture of it, but maybe I can get her to take one later. Who sell desserts that I can purchase? Jamia need to sell some desserts. Jamia, I think that's for you. Y'all better talk about it. I don't do that. Latoya, that's not a conversation for Andrea. Geeky Girls Journal, that's more of a conversation for Jamia. So Jamia, I'm going to refer that to you. Jamia. Okay. Jamia, she can probably bake you up something real good. Miss Betty brings out the smiles in people. One of the many things I love about her. I know, doesn't she? I love it. And her energy. That's what I said. I'm like, Miss Betty be like, I'm old. You are not. She is not old. Miss Betty, you are not old. Yes, hair chat is my thing. Oh, we can talk about hair. We got 6 more minutes. What do y'all want to know? Yes, hair chat. Jess, thanks so much. I have 2 daughters and I still can't part. Let's not talk about parting hair, Latoya. That will be a whole nother live. I cannot part hair either. Y'all see mine? Look, I can't part hair. Look at that. I cannot part hair. I just gave up. Okay, I can part hair. It's just not always perfectly straight. And I'm at a place in my life where I don't care if it's straight or not. It does not have to be straight. It's got to be close. Not okay. Now let me retract that statement. It doesn't have to be straight, but I'm still the person that will sit there for a long time, minutes, like trying to get it perfectly straight. Like I'll get that rat tail comb. I got 3 different kinds, and I just keep on. I'll just move it around, and it's just that always that one little hair that's messing it up. Hey, Miss Frugal, how are you? Thank you for coming in. We were talking about domestic violence, but the chat, my co-host, the chat is a co-host, so that's all of you, have lightened up the situation. Now we're talking about hair for the last 5 minutes. So thank you for joining us. If you would like to be a part of it, if you have questions, ask away. I'm the person that will talk about it. You should record you doing her hair next time. I be needing ideas on doing girls' hair. Do you? Because I used to put recordings up like shorts and nobody would watch them or YouTube wasn't sending them out. So I was like, I'm taking them down. I took them down because I had hairstyles up with my girls on it, and I had some lives up where I was doing um, a part of what I was doing. I know at least one of my daughter's hair, maybe more than that. And then I didn't. After I saw that it wasn't really getting the views, I thought that meant people didn't want to see it, and it was probably a clash on my channel because maybe people were coming here looking for something else and then saw hair and was like, "Why she got hair on here?" So I just decided to take it down, and the ones that I had up, I took down. The ones that I didn't put up yet, I don't even, I think I deleted them. I might still have some on my phone. If I find them, I'll put them up for you. In the meantime, girl dad, I have a video. I'll put it on the community wall. It's a hair video. Miss Betty was trying to tell Hey Cherry Hey about it in the last live, and I just thought about what you said, Miss Betty. So I'm gonna look it up. I can't remember what. I'm gonna just use a filter and put hair in there because if I find it, yep, here it is. I can just put it on the community wall. And it was basically me going through my wash routine. Hey, Cherry, hey, if you want to know. And if I'm not mistaken, it's still the exact same products I told you all about yesterday. Maybe not the Manuka. I don't know if I think the Manuka honey, I think I was using it then, but I'll look through it. And if not, I can do, if you all want to see it, I'll do it if you all want to see it. And I won't be concerned about views, all that stuff. I don't care. But if you all want to see it, I can do another hair video if something's changed. If it haven't changed, we'll just leave it. I'm gonna just put it on the community wall, so look for it there. And also with girls' hairstyles, I can take a video. Let me see if I can take a video of my daughter's hair. But I'm always doing hair in here. I'm nobody's beautician, not licensed anyway. I'm just tasked with doing hair, girl dad. So yeah, if you all want to see more of that, I'll put it up if you want to see it. If you want to see it in the community. So because I need to do my youngest daughter's hair today. That's whose hair I need to do. So we'll see if I do that. It's gonna be something simple though because she's not gonna sit for it. I don't know if she'll sit for a head full of braids. She has before, but she just really wasn't. She was like, no, this not. I don't know if I want to sit this long the next time, which I can understand because it takes us quite a few hours. It took me with doing everything. My daughter said it was 5 hours because we started at 2 and we finished at like 7:38. Now, that also included stopping for her to get a snack. So I washed her hair, detangled it. That's usually what takes the longest. I detangled it, combed it out real good, and then I styled it. And because I had never done that style before, I had to look at a picture to try to get a visual. And then I just tweak stuff and I just do it however I want. And I always have a disclaimer to my kids. They know I come as close as I can come to that style, but it's always gonna be some type of alteration. But it come out cute every time. Like they always like it. God bless me so that it comes out cute. So I'm not doing anything over. And that's why I won't do anybody else's hair. Because my kids, I can be like, listen, we tried it. That's it. You gonna get it. If somebody paid me to do it, they may be like, I wanted my part like this. And I'll be like, listen, ma'am, I ain't renewing it. So that's why I can't be a beautician. She is not old. I know, and she always says that. So girl dad, I'm gonna try to put up for you what I can find, okay? In the meantime, I'll try to put it on the community wall. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I do like braids and stuff like that. And my younger ones, I do just like try to braid their hair how I can. Same, Latoya. I can't do my own hair, let alone theirs. Y'all see my hair. I do what I can do, and that's what we can do. Hey, Cherry, hey. 1 minute. Ooh, y'all keeping me on here. I love it. Hey, Tim. How you doing? Hey, Tim. Smack those thumbs up, people. Let's show Geeky Girl some love and support. Yeah, show Geeky Girl some love and support. She loves Cherry, and he's saying hi to everybody. Okay. Never take down your video under it counts. I know, but Cherry, listen. Listen to me, child. I get so frustrated sometimes, y'all. That's why I say God he's still working on me. Because sometimes I get so frustrated and I look at the numbers. I've done it recently. I took some down recently because I was like, oh, this is just, nobody wants to see it. I'm taking it down. And I did. But I don't know. I might do a different one now. I don't know. But I know it counts. I guess, what, are you saying that even if it has like 10 views, just keep it up there? I've cut mine again to let my natural curls come back. Yes, let them pop. Pop, pop, Latoya. At work, but stopping by to show love and support. Thank you, Tim. Always. Thank you so much. I'll check it out. Yep, I got to do it right now because I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. No, I want you to view it. I don't want to view. And it's ads on these videos. That's why I'm telling y'all I have to reach this goal because when I see ads on my videos, I'm like, man, so unfair. I understand it's not my platform though. So if I want to be here, I got to abide by these rules. But I'm just so glad you all are here in my corner helping me to reach these goals because sometimes I just don't feel like it. Yes, she was using the Manuka honey. Yep. Okay, you watched the Hey Cherry Hey. The next is, what is that? Humectress conditioners really bomb too on Amazon. Is it? Yes, even if it's one view. Okay. It's one is more than zero. Yes, keep it up regardless. Someone might come across it at any point in time. That's true, Jess. Y'all right. See, that's why we got to have these conversations because Andre be tripping sometimes. I know I do. That's the funny thing. I know I do. So I'm putting it up right now. Let me see. Here's the hair video. I'm not going to say here's the hair video. I'll say something else. Oh, we made it, y'all. We made it to 2 hours and 1 minute and 37 seconds. Yes, even if it's one view. Okay. I read that about from Hey Cherry Hey to encouragement and Jess. I watch all ads and some be about 25 minutes. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that too. I sit on people's ads because I want them to, I want them to get, I feel like creators should be, definitely should be compensated because YouTube is a lot of work. So I sit there and I try to watch the ads. And most of the time when I'm watching stuff, I'm moving around with the kids. So I can't comment on everything, but I try to comment on most of the time I comment. I will comment in people's chat. I will comment, but if I'm ever somewhere, it's because if I'm somewhere and I can't comment, it's because I'm driving and I cannot do that, or because my hands are tied up in some form or fashion and I can't. So that's the only time I'm not gonna comment. Okay, I think we caught up with the comments. All right. Anything else you also? I'm going to post the video because I found it and it's actually right here waiting for me. All I have to do is write some caption on there. And Girl Dad, I will mention you in it. Let me do that right now. I'll mention you so that way you can see it. Anybody else want me to put them on here? Girl Dad. Girl Dad cooking up deliciousness. That's for you. Lorenzo. Anybody else want me to? I'll be in the bushes a lot. Yeah, sometimes I'm in the bushes because I have other stuff I have to do. So I understand it. Anybody else want me to tag them that needs to see it? But it's Girl Dad. It's a hair washing routine basically, and I put my hair in like braids. I don't know how many, maybe 4, and I let it dry. So you'll see all the information on there, and if I find more, I will be sure to add them so you can see them. All right, anybody else? Any more questions, comments, or concerns? We made it, y'all. We made it to the 2-hour mark. We made it. Yes, I like to see it. Okay. Hey, Cherry, hey. You are the other person I was talking about. Hey, Cherry, hey. Okay. There you are. You're on there too, Cherry. So I have Girl Dad and Hey, Cherry, hey. And I know Miss Betty and like the people that I knew before I knew you all, Hey Cherry Hey, probably have seen it. So that'll tell you everything that you need to know right there. And if I can help you all in any other way, I'm here. Like I said, ask me the questions at the bottom of the videos. If you don't want to ask in that type of setting, go to Instagram and send me a DM or go to Facebook. I still go to Facebook every now and then just to repost stuff. and to check on my subscribers there. So I have Geeky Girls Journal, so you can leave something there, and I have a personal page. Thank you, Andre. You're welcome. No, thank you all. Thank you, Hey Cherry Hey, and everybody else in here. Thank you all, because you all made this show what it was today. Not me. I was basically a listener. That's all I was doing. I was a listener who chimed in every now and then. The 2 hour mark. Let's go. Yes, yes, y'all. We gonna make it. I know. I look. Okay, hey Cherry Hey. I'm just saying. I did look at the numbers and I was like, okay, we're moving. We are not at 1,000 yet. We're at I'll tell you all right now. Let's see. Miss Betty told me to go to earn, so that's what I'm doing. We are at, it says 706. Wait, that's not right. I just completely switched the numbers around. 675 public watch hours. So still quite a way to go, but definitely some progress, and I'm happy about that. Look, it's moving, and I know it's because of you all. So that's all. I have no complaints. I am grateful. I'm grateful. It's just it's gonna be work. Everybody knows this work. Anybody who's been through this can attest to it. They know it's work. I know it's gonna work. I know it's work. I'm just gonna have to push through this thing, right? So if I'm ever not gonna do live, I just want to tell you all this so you know. I'll put it on a community wall, because if something comes up with my children, which happens, and I can't avoid it, then I will not be able to do the live. What I would probably do is try to do it later on during that day, and if I can't do it later on during that day, we just would do it the next day. So just so you all know that, that's how I plan to go about it. So I always plan to put a message in on the community wall. So look for it there. And if it's nothing else, thank you all for hanging out with me this 2 hours and 6 minutes. And I've had a range of emotions while I was on here. So that's why it's always good to talk about things. So anyway, you all remember, prayer changes things. It does. And I will be looking for you all tomorrow. We'll be here the same time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So put those notification bells on, let them ring. Boop, ring, 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 ring. I mean, I can't make the ringing sound, but y'all just going to say that. So put the notification bells on, and I'll see you all tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. And don't forget, if you have questions, comments, or concerns, drop it. Drop it like it's hot. All right. See you later. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Like Hey Cherry Hey said. Okay, girly, I'll let you know. Yeah, let me know, Miss Betty. Check your schedule. I know it's tight. I don't expect other content creators to come on. It's just if you want to, you come. If you can, you can. I'm so happy that you made it. I know, me too. Me too. I thought I was going to struggle to get 20 minutes in a day. No, I was like, okay, I got to get at least an hour. That was my goal. And we doubled that. So that's good. And the great thing is I ain't have to hear my voice the whole time. I mean, I did have to hear my voice the whole time because I was the only one talking. But what I'm saying is people chimed in, so that made it very easy for me to, be here today. So I just had to read the comments and, let the co-host do the work. I like that. All right. See you all later. Thanks for coming in. Have a good rest of your day.